Careful, careful. Careful, kids.
Hey, how come I'm close up? I'm close up!
Move it forward.
I'm close up! Ladder.
You know what you gotta do?
Okay.
Yeah.
The sheer.
Just to add on a few more words regarding meeting Eva Rothman in 1966, around March, when my wife passed away, January 11th. I had numerous proposals, but I just didn't care for them. I just turned it down. So I had Mr. and Mrs. Drott, a friend of Eva Rothman at that time. They told a friend of mine about Eva Rothman, and this friend was very much concerned that I should be alone in a big house. So she insisted upon me that Mr. and Mrs. Drott, that was their cousin, that I should go and meet this Eva Rothman. But I didn't think it was right. And Mrs. Drott didn't even know the street. He says, you know, look it up and you'll find Nancy Rothman. You'll find it in Brighton.
You just looked her up in the telephone book?
Yeah, that was Bobbie's friend. So anyhow, I being in the insurance business for 30 years, I have had a lot of nerve to talk to thousands of people. And I said, well, I'll look it up. I looked it up, and by accident I got the right number. And so I called up Eva Rothman. I told her that a friend of hers gave me a nice recommendation to meet you. I'd like to come over. He says, yes, it's all right. The only time you can see me is on a Friday after 4 o'clock. Well, I says, I think I can make it. So I did. I came over on a Friday around 4:30, the time when she said she's home. And when I met her, she looked very appealing to me. And I says, I think after I got home, I says, I think that Eva is a person for me. And just the others that kept calling me all hours. They didn't know, but I just didn't even answer the telephone.
Harry, let me ask
So
you knew it was love at first sight?
Yeah, I was just going to finish. So after meeting 2 or 3 times, coming back, Eva said I could see her anytime after 4 o'clock. I think she was going to business, and so I used to manage to be on time. And finally, after 3 weeks, I proposed to her.
3 weeks? Whoa.
Yeah, 3 weeks, that's all. I made it quick. And she says, well, I got to think it over. I said, well, think it over. It may be too late. I says, I'm interested in you, and I'd be glad to be your husband if you wish to be my wife. I don't know, just think it's a little too soon. You don't know me and I don't know you well. I said, well, I'm not going to get married this next week or next month. I wouldn't get married until after I unveil my headstone for my previous wife. I lived with for 40 years to deserve that I...
Yeah. Harry's telling how he met you.
So this is what went on. After 3 weeks, I gave Ida a diamond ring.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's all.
Stop.
After 3 weeks, because she was her wits. And after meeting a few, not all of the children, I didn't meet Dave and Marl, but after meeting Milton and Judge, and they took a liking to me, and they thought I was an honest man. And anyhow, Judge, I have to call him Judge because I was married.
Let me ask you, Harry. Were you today? Are you happy that you made a decision?
Well, I didn't come to it yet.
Oh.
So here we have to say, after inviting Judge, and he invited a few friends, and they finally, I think, interested Eva Rotman to consider.
Harry, I'll see you later.
Oh, bye-bye, I'll see you in
All
the
right.
morning. No, I wouldn't see you. You bet the car.
I'm gonna pick your car up in the morning.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
See you later.
so after 3 weeks, I gave her the ring, and I was very happy she accepted it. And then I finally met the rest of the children, and that's what made me happy. I see she took me to the store and showed me her business. I wasn't looking for money. I didn't need no money.
Were you looking for companionship, or was it?
I just cared for the person, and I thought she's the right person. And but one day she disappointed me.
You did.
I kept coming almost every day,
You did.
and there was one night that was so foggy you couldn't see your own hand 10 inches away from you. And after 11 o'clock, I had to go home. So if she said to go home, I go home. But I thought she could make room, and she didn't have to be afraid. But as long as we were engaged already. But nevertheless, that's the way she was. Very, very, very touchy. Didn't want any neighbors to see that had somebody all of a sudden stay with her overnight. And before we got married, and she promised that she would live in Nantasket. And so she took Sally as a chaperone. He said, "What's happened?" I'm talking about them. And when Sally saw the house, oh, she says, it's gorgeous. And in that time, Bobbie Rothman, she said, I'll make it more beautiful.
Did you really say that, Bobbie?
But after we got married, 2 weeks later, she got lonesome. She wanted to come back to 242 Foster. So I pleased her. I said, well, I'll rent a house, which I did. I rented the house.
Yeah. I remember that house.
I rented the house. I had a big, big house. It was beautiful. I was just sorry to this day, but times have changed.
Yeah.
But the reason I did it, because to make her happy. She was afraid that something had happened to me. She didn't want to be a widow again.
Right.
Go and collect the rent.
Right.
So I didn't care. So she says, take any price. I said, my God, I take a look at about $7,000, what it cost me. She says,
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Money is nothing.
Okay.
Because anything should happen to you, I wouldn't be happy, and I'd be a widow again. I'd sell it. So I did. I sold it and moved to 242 Foster Street, 240 at that time.
You're not sorry, Harry.
And
I think I treat you
we
right.
went to Israel. Don't you want to?
Do you have good food here, Harry?
We went to Israel.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, we went to Israel. We made a trip. We went every year. We went to Concord. We were on the honeymoon, and we've been happy ever since. So I have no
regrets, huh?
no regrets.
I
He's
know
now
it's for a long time.
Eva Gilbert, not Eva Rotman, but he's the same person. And I think she's also happy. Sometimes she gives me hell, but the next day she's just as good as it was I met her
Still a good
14 years
woman.
ago.
Still like it.
So I thought I'd add on a few more words to
Okay.
my previous remarks. And so all we have to do is say shalom,
Wait a minute.
zaygetum.
You're not gonna get out of this time. I asked you before. I said, what
I
what
said
kind
I
of
was
advice?
happy.
No. I asked you, what kind of advice would you give to people listening to this tape?
Come over here.
Okay.
What price?
No, advice.
Oh, advice.
Advice, right.
Oh, to whom?
To
Advice. Well, not everybody
young
can
people
be,
to
the
succeed in
same.
life.
I have a view that anything I undertake, I never regret.
Uh-huh.
And anything I did, anything I planned, it came out the way I wanted.
Uh-huh.
I have a photostatic mind that I see ahead, and I saw that Eva was the right person. And not everybody has that same thing. When I bought that house, I saw that it's a beautiful house, a corner house. I grabbed it.
Right.
And I had nothing, then I had several houses. And each house, I made a success. I made a success with my first wife, because unfortunately she passed away. So Eva came into my life, and I think she's happy. Once in a while she gives me hell, but that's only a habit. But she don't mean anything. She don't mean to. So, sei gesund, Eva. Mir until
That you're together.
bis 120 Jahre. I don't know if Stuart knows what I mean. In other words, we wish in Hebrew say 220.
220.
So long, shalom.
Okay.
Well,
That's it.
that's all I can say. I know Eva wouldn't want me to say.
I just want to ask you something. Let's say, what advice do you give, okay, to a young kid, okay, to someone to succeed in life? Hard work, diligence, marry a good woman. What?
Remarriage?
No. Do you
Your life.
in life? How do you? What attributes?
Well, my estimate, because I feel that anything that I do,
Yeah.
and anything I figure, I do the right thing, and I know a heck of a lot.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's not
Maybe
the
you people don't know that what I know. There isn't a thing that I can't do.
I agree.
And anything that I undertake, if I don't know, I say I don't know. I put in 30 years in the Prudential, and I was the only agent. The company told me that they never had such a, when I retired, hundreds of people writing in, they were sorry that I had to retire. And because I was so honest with the people,
Yeah.
I never cheated them.
Uh-huh.
In fact, there was nobody lost their insurance during my 30 years.
Huh.
Because I used to come in and keep telling them to advance, keep pulling to get more interest.
Uh-huh.
More than, and they used to pay. Whenever they saw me, they kept paying me. I had. Some of them were 2 or 3 years ahead. So when I was sick for 6 months one time, the people were afraid of losing insurance. So the officer said, "Don't worry, Mr. Gilbert, won't let you down."
Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, shoes. No, don't worry about it. So, let's talk about the grandchildren.
That's right.
Let's talk about the boys, okay?
That's right.
About the character. You know what? Let's talk about how you think each one of the boys differs a little bit. What do you think about them? Let's start with George.
I'll tell you, my George has a brain that some professors and some big people would have to come to him to take a lesson.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be the way he is.
Uh-huh.
College doesn't mean a thing. If without college, he only finished high school.
Yeah.
The experience in the store,
Yeah.
the brain that he has, that God blessed him with a good brain, and then God, I wish to you, with your college education,
Yeah.
with your degrees, if you go in his way, you should be as lucky he is.
Bobbie, can I suggest something? Why don't you move over there so that you don't have this light shining on you?
And you know, I want to tell you that he gave me a little bit trouble,
Yeah.
but the nachas covered up for the trouble. I go into his house and see the way he booked up himself and the way people talk about it and the way he lives, and he doesn't have to count the pennies. I have the greatest pleasure in my life. I feel that God was good to me, and he did it himself. Forget it, that I helped. I gave him a foundation.
Yeah.
I gave them all a foundation, but you don't live on that. You have to do it yourself.
Let me ask
He
you
had
something.
two ways to go, and he took the right road to go, and he's all right. I only hope that the children should be as lucky than God like he is, and you should respect him as much as I respect him.
Right.
And he should have the nachas that I have for my children.
Let me ask you something. If you were to give one advice to my dad, okay, what kind of advice would you give him?
I'll tell you what I give. I'll tell you what I tell him. God was good to him. He gave him, in that time that he's 53, 54 years old, he gave him more that somebody would live until 80.
Right.
And I feel deep in my heart, stop and enjoy life while you're young.
Right.
That's my advice. Because I could live a little bit better and my strength doesn't give me the opportunity to live.
Mm-hmm.
He has a chance, he has nachas in the children, they grow up beautiful, he has no shame from them.
Right.
Now is the time to enjoy life and what he has. Take care of what you have, don't go further.
Right.
Don't climb, I told them then, don't climb too high because God forbid you could fall down.
Mm-hmm.
God, you went slowly, you reached a certain point, stop. Take in as much as you can now and don't go further. Because too much work doesn't give you any pleasure. You come home and you're too tired, and you think of business, and you don't enjoy what you have in your own house.
Right.
That's what I think to your dad.
Okay, now let's talk about let's talk about Davy. Okay.
I'll tell you, Dave was good from the day he was born. And he gave me a lot of nachas even when we were poor. I never had a bad word from Dave. I never had trouble. I don't remember when Dave grew up. He always was the best child in the world, with respect and with goodness and with helping. When I was busy with children, Davy was always giving me a hand like he would be a girl in the house. And not, I feel just bad that Davy had a bad break, had losing a wife, and even so, I took it out, but he never talked about it to aggravate me or to give me a little bit of bitterness.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find a better person in the whole world like Dave is. I only hope to God that he should have nachas and his children the same that he gave me. And God was good to him, and I believe in God because God pays to the good one. He gave him a wife that if he would go in, and God alone couldn't give him anything better. They say in Yiddish, if you go at Mimmel, you can't besser nicht kriegen.
Mm-hmm.
She's good to him, she loves him, and she's a good person.
Seal.
And I hope to God that God forbid, if something should happen to people, they should get a person like she is.
Let's talk about Arlene a little bit.
Eileen, I'll tell you, it's a lot to talk about there, but I wouldn't talk nothing bad because she was 100% perfect, smart and good. And one thing I'm gonna tell you that I didn't like, she could live a little bit better and she didn't.
Yes.
That's what I have to say. I can't talk too much about that.
Okay.
She was good. I want to tell you the truth, that I didn't deserve the pleasure that she gave.
Yes.
You know, when you have a son like Dave, the first one, and I thought that nobody is good enough for Dave.
Yeah.
And she came along, I thought that Dave deserves a lot better.
Right.
But I was mistaken.
Right.
And I feel bad that I didn't accept her the way I should have. Not only me, but my husband.
Right.
He thought that Dave is his life.
Mm-hmm.
And when Dave brought in Eileen, he thought that Dave could do better. And he told her. And Dave, I'll never forget, Dave says, Dad, I think she's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'll have a good life for her.
Yeah.
And we told him, if you think this way, good luck to you.
Yeah.
And go ahead and do it. And we accepted her. Eileen was to me just like a daughter. I could get with her alone because she understood me. She was smart. You could talk to her like to a grown-up. Not everybody is married and they grow up. They think they are.
Yeah.
They just do the best they can, but they're not matured enough. She had a lot of experience in life. I talked to her like I would talk to one of my age.
Yeah.
And I just feel bad that she went too soon. She was born a friend to everybody. And a lot of, all my daughter-in-laws had a lesson from me. And whatever she said, they listened to her. And a lot of days.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth.
Yeah, it's on. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Melton. Melton.
Yep. I'll make it short and sweet. I'll tell you, I have 4 sons, and people with that 10, they wouldn't have the pleasure, and they wouldn't have the brains for their children wouldn't have the brains for my children have. Whatever I did, they did more for themselves than I did for them.
Yes.
I couldn't do for them if they wouldn't be willing to do it.
Let me ask you something. What kind
And I only hope to God they should have nachas in their children as much as I have nachas in mine.
Okay.
Their children give me nachas, and I have pleasure, and I have respect, and I couldn't wish for anything else. A lot of people have their children far away, and they see him once a year,
Yeah.
and that's too much. Thank God. I want to tell you just a small little story. When they was in Florida, which he shouldn't have gone, but he went,
Yes.
and I'm glad he went, because he appreciates snob, but he is snob. He thought that something is waiting for him there, and his father-in-law, I'll never forget that, told me, Dave wants to go home, back to Boston, and I think it's your fault. Because if you would send them at least $50,000, he would buy a hotel was there to sell. And I told them, and I'll never forget, and I'm not sure that I told them, if I have to give my Dave $50,000, I want to have the pleasure here, not you should have it.
Mm-hmm.
If he's been to you, you should give it to him, and you have the pleasure, and if I'll give him. Then I take a look at my window and I see when David goes in, and then David goes out.
Yeah.
So the money's good. Whatever I give, it's not
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
So I
Okay,
want to
but
tell you,
what I'm trying to-
he
Yeah.
has no pleasure. It just happened that he lost, and he can't take back. That God give it did it. And let's hope that he should be happy and live his life. I just want to tell you, Simnaim you, that's Jewish.
Yeah. Bobbie, okay.
If Noah will get a woman like her, just I want to tell you that my grandchildren, Morris's and Davis and George's and Milty's, children couldn't be better to a mother than they to me. They keep me alive. They come and I feel that I'm not old.
Yeah.
I have to have in the house, and the whole house is always happy and lively. So what else could I say? I thank God for that what I have.
Okay. And it's true.
And you stood, to you are special. This what you did today, you can buy it for money. And I haven't got enough to pay you for it. That's what I tell you. It's beautiful. That you think.
Let me ask you
You
something.
will have something to remember, I know it. It's, you know, I'm just a little bit too soft. I can't help it. You know, when you go on life and you do things, you forget about everything. But when you start thinking of it, it gives you, like the kids went in to say Iska Faravim. You know, a lot of times I forgot, but I start feeling and I couldn't stop crying that she went so soon, and she didn't enjoy to having nachas and the children in time. Kenny will have a baby that she was still young to enjoy, and that Stevie hooked up himself beautiful. She had a lot of troubles to feel he doesn't know what to do, like every mother. Like your mother and Rich's mother, everybody thinks the best of children, and they hope that should come true. But it not always comes true. And they waiting, and if you don't give them, when the time is, sometimes it's too late.
Yeah.
That's all that I can tell you.
Yeah. Very good. Congratulations. Producer.
It's wonderful. I'm telling you, I would never think of it.
Congratulations.
Your first put a small part in the
And Zadie, I want to thank you very much for being able to share my graduation with me. I feel very fortunate that I can share mitzvahs like this with the two of you. I feel our family has come a long way since the 60 odd years ago when you first immigrated to America. As second generation Americans, we have been able to have the privilege to attend college. However, this was only made possible by the hard work that you endured so that your children could have a rich, a fulfilling life. The greatest joy that you could have given me was the fact that you were there to see me graduate. If I reach the next part, reach your age and have gained 1/10 of the wisdom and love that both of you have, I will feel that I have had a very fortunate life. We all need both of you and love both of you very much. And I hope to share many, many, many more wonderful occasions with the two of you, your grandson Stu, and then Proscred. Oh, you don't want to say about the money. The money will help me a great deal in getting started in the new job. Thank you, Stu. It was given by my wife Eva. She wanted me to read it and to have it recorded on a television tape. I think this is the nicest card that we ever received from my grandson. He should have many, many, many years of health and happiness throughout the years.
Not to get divorced when they have children. It's not for them. It counts for the younger generation. And if you understand later, or somebody, the Yiddish, it'll fit in just right, because I know that this is something that shouldn't happen in life. And I'll start. I remember a song that my mother used to like when I was a young kid to sing it for her. And this fits in now in my life, because I'm very, very much upset what happened to Morris, that his life is broken and his children suffer on account of him. And all my happiness that I have from all my children and grandchildren is not completed until I'll see him be in the right, if he'll have the right life, if he'll have some companion and live in life. I'm gonna sing a song which I know my voice is not right, and I'm too old for that, but you take it the way it is. A Mensch ist ein Narr, in Tage der Fahrt, leider sein ganz Leben lang. Riet auf sein Gesinnt, zu erziehen sein Kind, und hofft von ihm zu kriegen a Dank. Auf der Älter hofft nicht zu arbeiten mehr, die Kinderlech wollen ihm aufbieten schei, denn du bist seht, wenn sie schon sie spät, und kann sich nicht helfen mehr. Leuten sie denn zu oben Kinder, das vergier bei jedem Besinder. Mehr Arbeit für sie, mehr wird grob und alt, werden sie noch groß, vergessen sie das bald. Es ist du ein alter Wort, was jeder einer kennt, immer darf das Gedenken sehr geht. A Tate kann versorgen, a viele Kinder sein, noch kein Kinder reihen Taten nicht. I'll tell him. I didn't mean to sing this song. It's another one.
All right.
Wenn Tate, Mama, gehen sie scheiden, gehen sie die Größte sind. Eltern seht den Magert zu vermeiden, weil Leiden wird nur ihr Kind. Kein Heim ist nicht du, so hat nicht kein noch. A Stiefmama du, a Stieftate doch. Immer in ewig derselbe Geschrei. A Stiefkind, a Fremde, bis die geht weiter geht. Urme Isäumele, dir fehlt Heimele. Kein Trost, kein Glücknis war dir nicht du, kein Taten, kein Mamen, jo. Lebendige Isäumele, dir fehlt Heimele. O Rachem, Weichanen, schon sei sich der Mannen, in mir deine Säumele. See, my voice is not good
It's
anymore.
beautiful. You kidding? Okay. Okay, when I decided to do this, okay, I did it for a reason. The reason being, okay, I think that one of the things that my children will miss, okay, is meeting someone like you. You know, the European person, the person that came over, worked very hard to establish themselves in this country. I just want to know, like, what would you tell my children, you know? What kind of advice would you give them to live their lives? You know, what do you think's important?
Important?
Yeah.
First of all, darling, until I'll come to your children, I'll give you your advice. You worked hard, and you deserve the best in life. And thank God you had a good start. And try to do the best for you. First of all, to watch your health. Don't overdo. Go in the right direction. And bring up your children like you were brought up yourself. Be kind. Be honest. With honest, you'll go and you'll come. And see that if you get married, you should marry to a family that has some knowledge. Not only knowledge with education, but in life. Whatever they went through, work doesn't make you sick. Gives you a lot of experience. Life doesn't go smooth until you have experience. Whatever I see myself as not education, it's just what I went through. Your children, if you'll be a good Jew and you'll be an honest person, your children be honest. What I give advice to you, you'll give advice to your children. And I hope to God you should have children. You get married and you should have children the way you are, with respect and with honesty, with knowledge. That's what I'm telling you.
One other thing, Bobbie, I want to talk about. I feel concerned about Richard, okay, and a few other people in the family. You know, what would you, if Richard was here right now, okay, what kind of advice would you give him to
I'll
help
tell
him?
you. The advice is to Richie. That I told him, I'm going to tell you. He hasn't got the opportunity that you have. He hasn't got a home. Whatever he is and whatever he'll do, we have to give him credit because he was brought up by himself. I could say without nobody. And the way he is, he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah.
He doesn't go in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't abuse nobody. He's respectable. He has enough knowledge. And the only thing that he has to do is to go to school, get a degree. He's good in studying. And I hope that people should care for him like I care. And they should pity him like I pity him. And he should find his right road where to go.
Okay.
But I want to tell you the truth, that Richie, if he would have a home, and he would have a little foundation of parents, he could be the best man in the world. And I don't put him away in a sight. I think of those children, Richie and Stevie, would have a decent home with parents that is not a broken home, they would be in the top of the world.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Right.
And I hope to God if I could live and see their children happy, I would be happy in my grave.
Oh, Bobbie.
That's what I think. They really, those children brought up without any people, the parents should tell them from right or wrong. And they did it themselves, and I have a lot of respect for them. Steve is a good worker, and I only hope he should have luck. And if they are going to go and they fall in to Goyish end, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Goyish end means not to their own faith, because nobody cares and nobody does anything for them. Thank God that I'm still alive, and I feel I talk to them if they would listen and if they would respect me. For my old age, they should go to the right people.
One other thing, okay, that I think is important too, okay, which is, I guess, you know, you've always brought this family together and all the holidays and everything. What I want to know is, you know, please, you know, tell just how important it is for a family to stay together.
I'll tell you
Because when you're gone, right, You know, that nucleus, that person that's keeping this family together, you know.
I want to tell you, Stuart, to talk to you, it's just like I talk to my own son, and maybe better. I have very much respect for you because you're very intelligent. If I sometimes do it over my strength, but if I wouldn't buy tickets to go to show, and if I wouldn't make a dinner, which was my pleasure because I had the children together, but I know from experience that if I wouldn't have the children together every year, holiday, every so often, your father and my mothers would be strange. They wouldn't know that they brothers. And the best pleasure that I have now in my life, in my old age, that they shake hands, they love each other, the love came back just like nothing happened between them. And if I wouldn't do that, and if I wouldn't keep them together, they wouldn't know that they brothers. And a family, if they together, and they eat together, they pray together, they care for each other. I see what I did. I want to leave it to other people. They should do the same. You know, if Milty, he's the youngest, and I was telling to my children that I'm going to make a will. I want to just bring up something, how important it is that it's slow, and not because other people like each other too, but they get strange, just because I keep them together and I don't let them get apart. And I said to the children, I'm going to make up a will. And the house that I bought, Pa bought, we bought it for Milty. On account of Milty, we bought this house. We could have lived in Cambridge with the Christian people. Didn't bother us. But we want them to grow amongst Jewish people. We should go to Hebrew school and become what I want them to be. And I want to leave the house to Milty. This is personal. And each one of his brothers says, that's the right idea. Milty deserves it, and he needs it. He has 3 children. And I told this to Milty, that it's open. I'm going to make a will, whatever I want to do with other things. But the boys, the brothers, agreed to my thought that the house should belong to you. And Milty says, Ma, don't do me any favors. I want the brothers, I don't want the house. Mm-hmm. In time, later in lives, maybe wouldn't be like you here now alive. And I don't want to have enemies. I want the house. If you'll sell it, good luck to you. If you're not selling, leave it to each one equal. I'm not accepting that. That's why I want to show you that it's law. Your father, Morris, and Dave says Milty needs it. Milty is younger. Milty has 3 little children to bring him up. We don't need it. And Milty didn't accept it. And I did the way Milty was tell me. Because I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I think Milty was right. Because in life, it's not the same blood. It mixes in other blood. Strange blood. And if somebody would say, why does it come to Milty? They don't know why. The brothers know. But the wives or the children from the other side, but they would say that Milty had more than we had, and I didn't want that. I did what Milty says. I want to tell you that my keeping them together brought love. And I tell you, in the future, keep together. You know that you don't know how much pleasure you give me when you so close to Rich and Rich to you. I want to bring up, see you here, and every minute when he comes, if not he calls you. He has Stevie. He was here twice. He didn't see Stevie. Stevie didn't bother to see him. Because why? Because it's nobody there to put it together. It's torn apart. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not a normal life. And I believe in a normal life.
Yeah.
That brothers came from the same mother, and the same flesh and blood, they should love each other. They should forgive. Forgive, that means they should be satisfied that somebody has a little bit more and the other has a little bit less.
Yes.
They should be happy. And I see that your father, thank God, worked up himself, and I wish him luck, and he should be always, he worked for it, he deserves it. He didn't sleep in the deal. Whenever he could make $1, he made it. And he should use it well. But every one of them is proud of it. And everybody wish him the best of luck. And that's, I feel that I made it. I talked into your father, to Morris, whatever it was, forget about it. It's on your money.
Right.
It's on your business. But you can't buy a strange to be your brother. And you know, I find out that it's true. When Dave was in Florida, and he left us with a store that we bought for him, it was only 6 months. And when he came back, and I gave over the store, whether to your father, to Milty, to this, to everybody. But they didn't have anything to do. But while I was still alive, they didn't want to accept him because they were bitter that he left, and he did, and he left them with a store, and he didn't consider them. But I knew better. I knew that he's not going to stay there. And when I told your father, while I'm alive, I want Dave back, how would you feel? That you be rich and they will stretch out your hand, you should give him. Let him have his own. And thank God. They listened to me. They gave him back the store. They helped him with the store. And they happy that he's making a living. And on account of me, David's children will make a living. That's what I'm going to say. That being together to dinners and to make a little gathering together keeps the family together. Otherwise you forget that you have family. Especially in this country, soon you reach an age that you go to college, you go away in other places, and when you have to come home, you don't even know that you have family. So my advice is to stick together and feel that you have a family, no matter where you are, you'll come home. And that's, I wish my children and my grandchildren the best of luck, and they should think of me that my pleasure is that I'm very happy that all the kids like each other. They go together, they associate together, and I'm complete, my pleasure is completed.
Okay, Bobby.
Thank you. Richie. Richie, fine, but Stuart, I'll never forget this.
Okay.
That was beautiful of you.
And I'll never forget it either.
I'm going
I
to
appreciate it.
record Eva's song.
No.
Yeah, this is
You're on.
Hey, where is your dog?
Where's the? Oh, she went over to her boyfriend.
The dog.
The dog's dead.
How long?
Christ, how long has Boots been gone?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but
About 3 months.
no, more than that.
3 weeks?
3 months.
Yeah.
When
Really?
you got sick.
That was in May. Really?
Hey, he's 50, almost 15 years old already. One day he couldn't pick up his hind ass and he had rheumatism in the cup. But he died on his own. He wasn't put to sleep. So, hey, look, we miss him. Hey, look, he's a good dog.
That's why we're gonna get another one.
Fuck you. Give me the
Say
ass.
it a little louder.
Are you on?
Yes.
You're wonderful.
You got a great face, you know that?
Really?
It's encompassing this whole camera, just your face.
Still, let's not be so generous with your words. Where's the ashtray? Get Mr. Giffen there.
What ashtray?
Yeah, let's right. Give me that one.
Mr. Again, Fred. He's
Fred.
one of the boys.
That's right.
Fred.
What's this for?
There it is. Oh,
He's not a little boy. He's a man. He shows his respect with Fred.
So tell me, Dad.
Oh, you're not doing it yet.
Of course I am.
It's not on yet. That thing has to be on, doesn't it?
Nope.
Are you actually on now?
Yeah.
I make a speech.
4 years ago.
I make a speech. Somewhere.
Oh, you couldn't be on now.
I could be on.
I thought the television set has to be on.
No, it doesn't have to be on.
All right, what do you want me to talk about, Stuart? Anything filthy or clean?
Filthy.
Filthy? That wouldn't be any
Filthy.
problem for me.
Yeah.
I'm a past authority on the subject.
I don't know, Dad. What do you want to talk about?
You're not on. I can tell he's not on yet.
I'm trying to get more light.
That's what I figured. That's why I knew you were on.
I am on.
Oh, you're not on, Stuart.
Oh, I see where you would need my equipment. So if you're looking for more light, I could light up this place like a...
Like a jungle.
No, you'd be surprised. It'd be daylight in here.
That's better. Want to talk?
Wanna? Oh, let's get more light on. Put that other light on.
Yeah, really.
You're in business. I don't know if this thing is on full blast anyhow. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go.
Wow, we're in good shape now.
Now you can see.
And I can see everything.
Tell
Okay,
me
why don't you wait till the girls come in?
tell me how you look.
All together.
Go ahead, talk.
Stuart,
When do you
I'm
usually
elated
get
to
back?
have you
When do
home.
you
Come.
usually- When do you usually get back, Stuart? On Friday?
That's right, Mr. Geffen.
Friday?
Fred. Friday.
You usually get back.
On Friday evening.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell them how lovely it is?
All right.
for
It's,
you
I'm
Friday?
elated when you come home. Every Friday afternoon, I look forward to for the first 5 days of the week. That Friday shouldn't happen.
Great.
But I don't really mean that.
This is recorded. Excellent.
Oh, yeah. You mean you can
For
blackmail?
posterity, yeah.
Yeah, you can blackmail me down on the future.
Definitely.
Huh?
You wanna see what you look like?
I must say, Stuart, that I thought you did a fantastic job with Bobbie this afternoon.
All right, thanks.
You know.
Problem is,
Thing. I got,
Stuart wants to leave. Stuart wants to leave. Do it now.
no.
No, not yet. We're waiting for you.
Snap it on one second.
How many hours is it?
I thought he was all through with the film.
He had a little lip.
Go get Roz. Take Roz.
No, I can't take anything yet because the television's
It's not
going.
Roz, come on, give me a
Just
film.
want to see what you look like.
Wait, you got to adjust it.
Roz is the better stuff.
All right, hurry up.
Now we can make it funny. Now we can make it funny. Now we can make it funny.
Watch me aggravate.
Wait, no, I can.
Oh, you aggravate.
No, I aggravate your wife.
No, your wife. Don't
Yeah,
aggravate
yeah,
my
no.
house. Be aggravated with my wife. That was cute. I didn't know we really had fun.
I enjoy it. I lose 40 pounds.
You want to see a balloon? You'll see a balloon.
It's not on. The
Not on.
TV is not on.
All right, here comes.
I'm just trying to get.
No, he's trying
Here
to.
comes the model.
Trying to
All right, sit down.
The television has to be on before. No, the television
Here
has.
comes the
No,
model.
no, the television has to be on before you can start taking.
Watch where you put your ass.
What do you want us?
Move
Boy, it's so
over.
hot in this room. Why is it so
Cut
hot
the
in
windows
here?
open.
All right, we're all sitting.
That's all.
Come on, Ed.
What are we supposed to do
No,
now?
he's just focusing it now, and then
Trying to get the lighting down here.
yeah, and when he puts
How much do we have left on it?
What do you
Oh, a
want us
little
to do? We're not made up for anything.
He wants natural film.
no.
As you are.
No, when he puts the television in, on, then the whole thing starts revolving.
Yeah, then what happens?
Then you go on movies.
You
When,
be on
when the
TV.
television set
Well,
goes
let's
on.
talk
Did you ever
about
want to
the
be on
trip.
TV?
You want to talk
No,
about
I mean,
that fish stunk on a trip? You want to talk
No,
about
I want to know.
What
and
trip
then
are we
buy
talking about? The one we
something.
almost went on? When we're going on?
No, you're going to buy something.
no, I mean, aren't you
Yeah.
talented in any way? Can't you give me some of your
Wait a
talent?
minute, speak for yourself. You do something.
Well,
Oh, you
I haven't got the
come
talent.
up with
She's always
something.
telling me she's talented.
She
Come
is
up with
talented.
something.
That's why she fixes your beautiful homes for you.
I never told him that
What do you
in
think
my
he gets
life.
done? You think he gets done like that for
Why?
nothing?
You always say you're talented.
Hey, George, you know what Benny said? He's, we went with 1,500 feet of wire.
Telephone wire.
telephone what? For the
I know it.
The intercom
yeah.
and the stereo.
yeah.
Let's get that.
Who's doing
You got that thing focused yet?
He's going to do it. That fish stunk on asshole.
Let me
You
check.
got that goddamn thing focused
Almost,
yet?
almost.
You almost got
This
to
is
focus.
my poor mother I had to do. I had to go through all
Alright,
these
so
today.
what
All right, we're going to come up with something that we're going to
Okay, discuss what you want to talk
Yeah,
about
we're
Beforehand.
talking
so that we don't waste any film here.
Okay, now we're talking about his
Are
1,500.
you putting it on now?
No,
Right.
come up with
Into
something.
it. He isn't into it.
I don't have that much
I
film
wanted
left.
to tell you what he said to
Let them
me.
have an argument. I love their
That I
argument.
can go to GE.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
what?
he can call
Who is
down. Benny said.
He can call down to that
Yeah,
place
can
and
you?
get the stuff.
In Miami.
Yeah.
Sure,
Can you do
anybody
that?
can do
Sure you
that.
can.
What the hell?
Come on.
He's a big
Hey,
But
shot
she
of
and I are
in
going.
this
We're
room
going.
here.
Huh?
We're going.
We're going to
Wednesday. We're going to
GE.
go to GE Norwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to get over there? Are
I'm
you
going
going
to
to
look at
pick up the
that.
stuff?
He keeps saying that the oven is one piece. She tells me what I've seen
He's an
also
asshole.
is that
Stuart,
there's
let's
two
give up.
separate
There's
pieces.
no cooperation here.
I don't know what you're
There's
doing.
no
What are you
cooperation.
doing?
He's focusing
There's
it
no
when he puts on the
cooperation.
How long does it take to focus it?
There's no
Hey, look, it's not a
cooperation.
simple thing.
We
I
put
bet
down
he's
a
taking it right
lousy
now.
cigarette
We
to
don't
smoke
know
in one of my
it.
eyes.
He's taking it right now.
Hey,
How can
I'll
you
be
do
back
that?
to you in your eyes.
How the hell
Maybe
can
you
you
stop
do that?
smoking.
No, don't be ridiculous. The television set has to be on before he
Is
gets out.
this supposed to be up like this, Stuart?
This is we can put it down and probably get more light in here.
Sure.
Okay,
All right,
oh yeah.
tell us when you
It has to
get.
go in
Tell us when you're
When you're ready.
when you're ready. Your father will give.
You
it
have
to
enough light without your
Your father
lighting?
knows all the dirty jokes.
probably.
Well, I
Your
think
father
it's
knows all the
ridiculous.
dirty jokes.
Hey, you all set almost?
Well, we're almost all set. All right, now, all right,
He
let's
doesn't
start.
tell dirty jokes.
Let's start.
He knows all the swear words. He knows
Oh, you're
all
telling
the swear
me.
words.
You're telling me.
All
None
right,
of them
I'll tell
are
you
over
what.
4 letters.
Stuart,
What?
what's interesting to you?
This
You
is
don't want
not
to
going to be an X-rated movie. We wanted PG
Why, you
for
want,
the
you want to be able to
one.
show this to somebody else?
Yeah, Stu wants to be able to
Pity
show it
poor
to his
bastard.
children.
All right.
He wants to remember their grandfather as
Huh?
somebody with
Who,
a nice
me?
mouth. Yes.
Okay.
Open your mouth.
407 years ago,
Open your
our
mouth.
fathers brought forth to this.
Open your mouth.
Beja Shalem. Go ahead.
He wants to see a beautiful mouth, George. Open it. Open it, George.
Ball
Big
game.
mouth.
All you have to do is sing a song. I'll tell you, I'll sing you a song. How was that?
No. I know all your songs.
The shame.
I know all your
You know about
songs. I
all
don't
my
wanna
dirty
hear them.
songs? All right,
Sing
I'll
us-
tell you what.
Sing the song, Valdez.
Why don't you
is
fix
coming.
that thing and see?
Let's
Let's
see
start.
your
Let's start with the. Let me show Bobbie, and then let's see what happens after that.
Oh, right.
Okay.
All right.
So what are we doing now?
We're going to show a little bit of Bobbie, and then we'll